So a short while ago I did a video on how to add automatic versioning and changelog generation to your projects using Release.it and how to integrate this with GitHub. Recently been asked if I can do a similar video for GitLab, so here it is. Let's get into it. Now first of all I'm just going to initialize a brand new project just so we can start from the beginning and install the various dependencies that we're going to need to make this work. Just a quick note on this, we're using npm to manage the dependencies that we have for Release.it and changelog management. There's no reason that you can't do this within a PHP project or any other project for that matter. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is open up our package.json file and add the configuration that Release.it needs in order to function. This configuration should be surrounded by a Release.it tag. The config here tells Release.it what commit message to use when performing a release. You can customize this to be whatever you want, but note the importance of including the chore tag at the beginning of the commit. This will ensure that Release.it doesn't include this in your changelog. The next option here is specific to GitLab. It tells Release.it to create a GitLab release and call it the name that you specify here. In this example, I don't want to publish my release to npm. And finally, we'll configure our changelog management using the Release.it conventional changelog plugin. The in file here will specify what you want your changelog to be called. We'll use the conventional commits preset and we'll specify the types that we want to be included within our changelog. You'll notice here that I don't include chore as a type. The reason being is that you can then make commits to your repository using the chore tag and not have them appear in the changelog. Okay, so let's get our project set up for Git and perform our first commit. So I'm prefixing my commit with the feat tag. If you remember, we configured feat to be part of our changelog, so this message should appear in the changelog. Now next we'll update our scripts just to make it a little bit easier to remember the commands that you need. In order for Release.it to create a release in GitLab, you have to set an access token and give it the API scope. And then finally we grab our access token and add it to our local environment. Okay, now once all that's set up, we're ready to run our first release. So we just issue the release command that we previously set up in our scripts tag, answer a few questions, and we're good to go. If you notice here that release it's bumped our version in our changelog, because we included features, it's bumped the major version. And if we head on over to GitLab, we can see that our release has been created and we have a list of features that we previously committed with the feat tag. So just to demonstrate the different types of tags that you'll use within this workflow, I'm going to create a small change in my project and commit a fix to the repository. So now we'll run a new release, and if you notice the minor version has been bumped this time, so that our project's now at 1.1.1. And if we head back over to GitLab, we can see we now have two releases, a 1.1.0 release and a 1.1.1 with the bug fixes that we've just committed.